Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get into it. I am Kenyatta the healer. I am Kenyatta the architect. On this channel, we destroy and build simultaneously, for there can be no resurrection without destruction. Once again, I'm Kenyatta, but you will refer to me as Miss Kenyatta, Queen, Goddess, Empress, Ma'am, High Priestess, or whatever I tell you to refer to me as. I have no enemies. The enemies of God have been defeated, but if God is creator of both the good and the evil, the light and the dark, God has no enemies. We are gods. As well, loving goodwill, taking care of within, eliminates that without. I will not tolerate anyone stalking me, harassing me, bullying me, or being common with me, or anyone who genuinely supports me on my platform. Affirmations and repeat. I am wonderful. I am marvelous. I am magnificent. I am splendid. I am perfect. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am loved. I am loved. I am loving. I am lovable. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am wise. I am the master and creator of my own fate. I am the master and creator of my own destiny. I am my fate. I am my destiny. I love myself. I am the all that is, all that ever was, and ever shall be. Aries. This will be a reading for you for June 2025 from the Dust to Onyx Tarot. Aries, let me get you some good shuffles in. Alright, Aries, June 2025. Once again, from the Dust to Onyx Tarot deck. Give you a nice three-way split, Aries, and we will begin your reading. Two shuffles. One more shuffle, Aries. Two. All right, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for those who are here this evening with me. I sure appreciate it. All right, so let's get into it. Here we have the Temperance card, dormant, Nine of Swords, awakened, Mama Staff, awakened, Five of Staffs, dormant. And here we have the Strength card, awakened, Aries. Let's see what's happening. Okay, out of balance, Aries. Okay. Let me see. I just heard a word. And for those of you who watch, you know I'm going to look it up. Make sure I have a clear understanding here. I heard postulating. Okay, postulate, suggest or assume the existence, fact or truth of something as a basis of reasoning, discussion, or belief. I'm not quite sure where that fits in at this point, Aries, but we're just going to keep on going, all right? But this might, it almost kind of sounds like the last reading in some respects, but let's see. The collective reading I just did, but let's see, okay? Maybe you're postulating about something here, okay? Making some kind of assumptions. Okay, not 100% sure. Okay, but I am hearing out of balance. But you have a desire. Okay, you want something, and you want something to come in. Okay, and you want to be clear. Okay, Aries. All right, you're looking for, I believe, Nine of Swords. Okay, you're looking for fulfillment. Okay. I heard the word exasperation, but I also heard the word desperation. Please don't be in any kind of desperate, okay, a place, all right? Or maybe somebody wants you to be desperate or wants you to feel desperate, okay? But you don't need to, okay? Don't allow yourself to be put in that space, all right? But I do definitely feel like you are looking for fulfillment, okay? You're looking for some satisfaction, some happiness, some joy. And I feel like this is something that maybe you're looking for yourself, but you might want to spread it to others. You might want to share with others, okay? Or maybe you have shared with others, okay, in the past. Maybe you did a little too much sharing and you need to stop, okay? I'm not saying not to share, but we have to do all things in balance, okay? You need to come to that kind of understanding, okay? Again, out of balance. Okay, so this could be a past issue. It might be a present issue. Maybe you're sharing too much. You're giving of yourself too much to others, and there's no balance here. Okay, but looking at this Mama Staff energy, it's like this is the energy you need to be in. Okay, boundaries. Okay, you need to draw some boundaries, Aries. Okay, definite boundaries, boundaries of strength. So, in other words, strong boundaries here. Okay, don't let just anybody or anything in your world, okay, people that want to, you know, sometimes when you are a little giving, and a little too giving, okay? That might be your nature to be a giver, but there are many ways to give, okay? Sometimes you may not want to just be so much of a giver, especially to those who are around you, people that you are close to, because sometimes people, they become resentful, okay? You think that would be strange, or why would people act like that, but they are. Okay, they don't want you giving to them all the time. You understand what I'm saying, Aries? Okay, so if you're doing that, stop. Find other ways to give. Okay, to those that, I mean, they're charities. Okay, you know, children or whatever in need, people that are in need, their organizations and whatnot. That is, if that's in your heart to be a giver, okay, you might want to do it that way as opposed to giving to those around you. All right. There also might be there might be somebody trying to whisper something in your ear, okay, to fail. Okay, so you might have an energy around you who wants you to fail, who doesn't want you to succeed, to be successful. And this might be somebody, maybe somebody that you're giving to and caring to. Okay. Again, strong boundaries, boundaries of strength, okay? You don't need people like that in your life, all right? But just watch what it is that you do, okay? You don't have to cut everybody and everything off, all right? You just need to have some strong boundaries and just know who people are and, you know, deal with them accordingly, all right? All right, let's continue on, Aries. Young coin. Dormant. Pop a coin, dormant. Look at this, 5 of coins, dormant. What the hell, okay? And pop a board, dormant. Like I said, there's someone trying to whisper something in your ear. There's someone here who wants you to fail. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to do well in life, okay? Do not listen to them. Do not listen to their silent screams. I'm hearing screaming silently in your ear for you to fail, and all of that type of thing. All right. When that energy comes to you, okay, understand, you know, it's not you. Okay, do you want you to fail? And if you're not sure, you know, do some reflective work to come to an understanding if that's what you want for yourself. Okay, but hopefully not. And if you know that ain't what you want for yourself, understand there's an energy around who's trying to scream in your ear, fail, fail, fail. Don't know, trying to place some blockages in your mind and all of that type of thing. Okay, but may those blockages be returned. To send it to the person who sent them to you. You don't want them, but you need blockages in your mind and in your life for. Okay, did you ask for that? Sure, no, you didn't. Okay, so just going right back to where you came from. Okay, and give it to the person who wants to, you know, give that to you. That belongs to them. Okay, they can be a gift that they keep for them for their damn selves. Okay, Aries. But I do feel like there's some kind of financial issues going on here, Aries. Okay. I feel like you in some kind of lack energy, okay, or kind of lack mentality, like there's not enough. It's almost like I can feel it. It's almost like an energy of, you know, scraping, okay, like maybe you feel like you're scraping by, okay, or you just don't have enough. You just feel like you don't have enough, all right, and there might be someone here. No, it's someone here that doesn't want you to see yourself. You might have a very abundant energy about you. Okay, you might be financially prosperous, or that might be in your view. Okay, that might be in your pathway. Okay, but I feel like there's an energy here that doesn't want you. See, this is this energy that wants you to fail. Okay, that doesn't want you to succeed. All right. Something about don't want you to be a successor of them or something like that. But what I really feel like this is someone who doesn't, or energy here that doesn't want you to surpass them. Okay, they don't want you to be better than them. And they look at it as, you know, all they see is money. So if you're sitting in that energy here, once again, Aries, these things here of fail, don't do well, fail. Somebody screaming in your ear to fail. Or this thing where you feel like you are poverty stricken, or you don't have enough, and you living in a mindset of scarcity and all of that type of thing. Just release that, okay? I'm hearing like that's not you. Okay, but don't allow that to be you. Okay? There's enough to go around for everyone. Okay, don't allow yourself to be in the spirit of scarcity. Okay, and damn sure don't give a fuck about if you're gonna be rejected. That's another thing here with this thing of constantly giving. If you keep on giving like that, and if you are giving money, but it doesn't even just have to be money, you can still lose money from not being in balance and not having strong boundaries by constantly giving. Okay, to those, again, a lot of times people closest around you. Okay, you don't want to do that. Okay, be careful with that. Okay, if you want to be a giver, but once again, do it in its proper way, in its proper fashion, and understand there's a whole big world out there with 1,000 organizations and all this kind of stuff that you can give to. All right, and work in that manner and in that fashion. Right, and again, if don't allow yourself to be worried about rejection. But if I don't keep giving this, okay, I used to give, and if I stop, okay, they won't talk to me no more. It's okay. Okay, that'll show you who they were in your life anyway, and what you actually meant to them. Okay, which I feel like would be nothing, but they just look at you as somebody who's just gonna give. They just always have their hand out. Okay, but you need to create strong boundaries. All right, Aries. And understand that you're not a pauper. Okay, state of mind. And don't allow that. If you feel like that's a real issue for you, work on that. Okay, because I really believe we all billionaires. Hell, look at definitely in America. Look at how much money we spend. We may not have it all in our bank account in one lump sum. Okay, like some, or some bank accounts overseas and all of that type of thing. Okay, but look at how much motherfucking money we are consumers. It's capitalism. It's a part of the process. Capitalism has to have consumers in order for it to work. Look how much money you have spent. Okay, in your life. Okay, you done spent more than hundreds. A whole hell of a lot more than that. Right. All right. Let's keep on going. Okay, so I'm hearing Aries, stop believing these lies. I'm hearing lies that have been told on you. Maybe people have lied about you. Damn sure probably people that you give to, because they are often resentful. Okay, and then that's another thing. Okay, you obviously are not broken. Okay, financially. So if you've been given, right, you can give up your time and things that are not materialistic. But if damn sure you're giving materialistic things, okay, you are not, living in a state of poverty. Right? It's a state of mind. All right. Don't. And I'm not saying that poverty is not real. Okay, and it's only a mindset. We live in a system. Okay, that is very real. Okay, that impoverishes people, and so that others can, eat off of them. Okay. And that's part of capitalism as well. People talk about, everybody want to be a millionaire. Not in a capitalistic society. That will never happen. Not that the system itself is not set up for everyone to be a quote unquote millionaire. You understand? That's not how capitalism works. Okay. All right. But let's just continue on here. Here we have the Six of Staves, dormant. The Star, dormant. Lord have mercy, Aries. What's really happening? Seven of Staves, dormant. Don't be all up in your emotions and all of. There's nothing wrong with emotions. Emotions are real. They are human. I don't believe in that whole thing where get out your feelings. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, to an extent, yeah. Okay, but it's a part of being human to be caught up in, to be emotional. Okay, or to have emotions and to express your emotions. All right, but do not allow them to overrule you and overtake you. All right, Aries, we just. I'm not quite sure what's happening with the Aries, okay? Victory here, it's like victoryless, okay? Or this is this energy here, okay? Because like I said, I feel like there's someone whispering in your ear, okay? Or they're trying to send energy, project energy to you, of failure, lack, scarcity, just being all out of your, all crazy and just emotional wreck. okay, not wanting you to be victorious, not wanting you to be seen, okay, in any kind of uplifting status or star status. Okay, I'm hearing of which you are. So if this is not generally how you feel, okay, about yourself and how you see yourself, there is someone that is trying to project this energy onto you. Okay, they do not want you to do well. They do not want you to be successful, okay? They don't want you to be able to stand your ground, all right? They want you swimming in debt and poverty and lack and failure and not being victorious, all right? This is, maybe this is someone that you have around you, okay, in your life. All right, don't just assume that it is. It may not be. It could just be some old fool out there. I heard the word insular. It could just be some old fool out there that is projecting this energy onto you and throwing this at you. Okay, but you don't have to accept, okay, what is being thrown at you. Just because someone is projecting that at you and trying to scream that in your ear and so on, and probably doing some black magic, putting you in a bottle and freezing you and trying to freeze you up and all of that type of shit, does not mean that you have to accept that. Okay, who are they? Who gives a fuck who they are? It doesn't matter who they are. Okay, all right. Here, this what they want you to be: the sun dormant. They want you to be miserable, unhappy. Okay, again, not balanced. Okay, and I'm here forever looking to them. But I heard the sun, so they want you to view them as the sun. They want you to view them as your happiness. Okay, this person, this energy, this person here is a fool. Your happiness does not lie in someone else. Okay, but that's how they see it. That's what they want. The emerging one, awaken. And here we have Ten of Blades. Okay, awaken. Okay, once again, they want you to be miserable. Okay, they want you to look to them, okay, as your bright and shining star, as your happiness. Okay, this might be what they call a frenemy. Okay, or they want this so that you will look to them and, Lord, help me, please help me. Okay, I ain't got no money. Okay, I ain't got no happiness. Okay, I can't stop crying and yelling at people and going off. I ain't got no victory. I was just a nobody. I can't even maintain my life that the good Lord gave me. You saved me. I'm miserable. You saved me. This is what they want, so that they can put 10 of Blades in your back and backstab you. Please. Okay. Here we have the Queen Mother in dormant. They don't want you to be seen, or they don't want you to be seen as an empress or in that abundant energy. They don't want you to see yourself that way. All right, but this person is a goddamn fool. Here we have the Six of Blades. Okay, in reverse here. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. They don't want you to see them. Okay. See, this is some kind of setup. They want you to, they're projecting this energy onto you in whatever way, shape, or form, okay? Maybe through some black magic, witchcraft, all in the ear, projecting evil eye at you, projecting the bullshit towards you, blah, blah, blah. Too busy focused on you and who you are, what you're doing in the life that you're living, so on and so forth. Hoping and praying and wishing and probably casting some kind of spells and candle magic and so on and so forth for you to come to them and beg them and plead them, because they's the star, they's the God, they got all the answers, this, that, and the other, okay? And while they put 10 swords in your back, okay, and steal from you and all of that type of thing, okay? All right, and then they want you to 5 of Swords awaken here, to live in some kind of regret, please, okay? 8 with the Ace of Swords, okay, in reverse, okay, dormant rather. They don't want you to love yourself, okay? 6 of Coins dormant. They want you to be begging them for shit, okay? 8 of Coins dormant. They don't want nothing to work out for you and all of that kind of thing, okay? And the 8 of Coins upright. They want you to see them as the one who got it all together. They got everything you need and blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. When the reality is they're looking at you as the sun, as the star, because here it is. They want to steal all that. They want 7 of Blades upright. They want to steal all of that shit from you. Aries, please. So if you're not feeling these things about yourself, this is something that someone wants to project onto you. Please do not waste your life and your time on this energy. Okay. Let them live in their fantasy world, okay, their lies and their illusion and their delusion and so on and so forth, making a complete ass of themselves. You go on and live your life, okay, and be the great Aries that you are and that you know yourself to be. Ain't no man's God here. Okay. Ye are gods. You your own. You create your own shit, your own. I don't give a fuck who it is. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, pastor, okay, former friend, whatever the fuck. This is just absolutely insane and ridiculous. And I want to kind of say a waste of a reading, but not really. Because if this is what if you're feeling this energy and whatnot, then this is just some goddamn folk. They just want you to be a hot fucking mess, okay? Which is their reality, because they want to come in and do all that shit and steal your shit, okay? Steal your light, steal your shine, steal your abundance, steal your blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But first I got to make them believe that they ain't shit. So I'm just going to project it onto Aries. And all of that dumb shit, okay? What do we have for Aries here for June 2025? Here, 2 came out, okay? Here we have Serpent of Fire, okay? Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Okay. Shit, maybe it's a sister or some shit like that, okay? And I don't give a fuck if it is. You don't have to sit up there, well, that's my sister. So I'm, and be beholden to their foolishness. Because they have not come to any kind of reality, okay, or anything realistic within their life. They sound like somebody who just sit and watch movies all day, read all type of shit all day, okay, stuck in adolescence, okay, in an adult body, and just really believes this type of shit, okay, that you don't have the strength of mind or character or anything like that to okay, stand up in you and walk to the beat of your own motherfucking drum and be yourself, okay? And who gives a fuck if they're projecting that shit onto you? You know how you feel. If you wake up one day and I don't know why I feel this way, I just feel like I ain't got nothing. One or two things. That can be normal, okay, in our human experience. But some days we just may feel kind of low, okay? Okay, pick it on up. Keep on going. Okay. Hell, especially, with the hormones and shit. 5 minutes later, you might be back to yourself, or the next day or some shit like that. Do whatever work you need to do, your meditation, your affirmations, your prayers, so on and so forth, to pick yourself up and keep on going. All right. But then again, that could be one thing, but it also could be some goddamn fool, like I said. Okay, bothering you and projecting their energy onto you in your world, okay, sitting up there focused on you, and you know that you don't feel that way about yourself normally, okay, that's not your normal state of being nor your normal state of affairs concerning yourself. Here's the bullshit, okay, from some outlier, somebody lying outside of your life, looking at you 24/7, concentrating on you 24/7, okay, worshiping your motherfucking ass, okay. But here we have from the Isis Oracle deck, Serpent of Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood, Isis, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood, and Queen of the Serpent Fire. There you go, Aries, Queen of the Serpent Fire. That's you. Guides you through transformation now as your energy field grows stronger. Here. Your energy field is growing stronger. So this person probably sees that, this energy probably sees that, and is seriously trying to pierce, okay, that energy field. Okay, don't allow them. Okay, don't let them. But don't concentrate on them and focus on them the way they're focusing on you. Okay, you focus on you in your life, your abundance, and who you are, okay? Once again, now as your energy field grows stronger and old energies are burned away in the process of your growth, and that's probably what's happening to their fucking ass. They're probably holding on for dear life because their old ass energy is being burned away from the process of your growth. Good. Okay, so they probably putting in double time and extra measure and whatnot, and they just gonna still burn. Just like in that movie, what was it? The Marvel movie, I can't never remember the name of it, though. I've been seeing the movie 1,000 times. Well, the man snapped his finger and all the people just turning to fucking ash. You understand? It's just, just the end of that shit, okay? Trust that you are growing and are more capable than you have been previously. There it is. And this person is probably holding on to old shit, the old you, an old version of you, okay? When you probably did allow this person in your life, okay? And did allow them to send them old, nasty, negative energies to you, okay? Do not assess and believe that it was just you. What's wrong with me? Why am I like this, that, and other? And here it is. They're just throwing shit at you. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, okay? As they no longer apply to you. You're growing. You've grown. That's the past. The past is dead, done, and over with, all right? You are stronger. You know, I had an interesting dream. I had a very interesting dream where I was talking to myself. I saw myself in my teenage years, okay? I had on my school uniform. I remember the little haircut I had and everything. I was talking to myself. I said, isn't that, I don't remember what I said to myself, okay? But I saw myself speaking back to me. We had a nice little conversation, but I don't remember it, okay? But it's like, you know, that was, I don't know, I don't even know why I brought that up. I was trying to relate it to something here, okay? But that's who I was, okay? I'm not 15 anymore, 16, 17 years old anymore. I'm 53 years old. I'm not that person, okay? But it sure was an interesting dream. That's old. Okay, this could be somebody holding on to the 15-year-old you, the 16-year-old you, the 17-year-old you. You understand what I'm saying? You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. Much stronger now at 53 than I was at 16. Okay? You should be. Okay, and if not, there's work that needs to be done. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of. All right, Aries, and Isis helps you now. And I'm going to go ahead and read the other one. The Lunar Queen, that came out as well. She of the Celestial Crescent. The Lunar Queen here. Okay. There's a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. Aries, if you need some rest, rest. Okay, sometimes we need to rest, you know, and I don't know if it's an Aries thing or just, you know, a Western thing where we feel like we always have to be going, doing, okay? But there are some times where you just need to rest to replenish yourself. The human body needs rest. You know, in the world of fitness, when they talk about muscle growth and whatnot, you know, people can go to the gym every day and hit them weights and blah, 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 this, that, and the other, and their diet and everything, and have their diet, get their protein right, and their carb intake, and et cetera, but all the macronutrients and whatnot. But what is one essential thing when they talk about fitness that they say that you need for that muscle growth? Rest. Yes, even between sets, rest. Okay, you do one set, you rest 1 to 2 minutes, and then do another set. But also rest, sleep. Okay, that helps pump the muscles up, okay, for that growth. And this is where you are. This is the place that you are in, Aries. Growth, okay? You're stronger now than you were before, all right? Okay, so once again, the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing, okay, to balance to our actions of power and demonstration. Now back to fitness, okay? Action, that's of power. That takes some, you know, you become more powerful physically and mentally, okay? And in demonstration, and even being able to move your body a certain way, okay? And have longevity, so on and so forth, okay? Physically, but also mentally, all right? Just using that as an example, okay? You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now. Rest, Aries. Rest. Trusting that you are in a cycle of creation. Look at this, honey. Trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. You are shifting into a new phase. So rest. Okay? And also allowing yourself to rest. Allow your mind to rest, okay? So that you're not allow the new, okay, to come to the surface. Okay, of your mind, your thinking, okay, your heart space, so on and so forth, okay? So you're not constantly going in that old phase that you are no longer in, okay? You're being shifted into the new. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Just rest, okay? And release. Rest allows us to what? release. Okay, okay. And once again, this energy here, this if it's a person, whatever, okay, may see that you're growing, that you're moving, and etc., and moving into a new shifting and into a new phase, a new cycle, and here they come when they need to be, okay, in that space themselves, okay. And maybe they feel like they can't, but that ain't your fucking issue nor your problem. Remember, okay, balance. You can't be giving to everybody all the time. We have to give to ourselves. All right, I certainly hope that resonated with some Aries. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come on over, become a member here at LGI Productions. I'll put the membership in the link. Check out my description box below. There you'll find out more information about my readings, as well as some oracle decks that I've created. All right, you all be blessed, and you all have favor. Peace.